Samsung's Galaxy S24 FE and Galaxy A55, two phones that seem similar on the surface, but which one really delivers the best value for your money? And is the extra cash for the S24 FE worth it? Or does the A55 hold its ground as the ultimate mid-range champion? Today, I'm putting them head to head. From AI features to camera quality, I'm breaking down every single detail you need to know. And whether you are after the best budget flagship or a feature-packed mid-ranger, stick around as this comparison might surprise you. But first, hi, I'm Captain Awesome. This is Geekception. I really appreciate if you hit that like button and subscribe, as it really helps me out here on the channel. Let's start with build quality. Both phones share a similar design language. The S24 FE has an aluminum frame, IP68 water and dust resistance, and Gorilla Glass protection, which is similar to what you get on the Galaxy A55 as well. And while the A55 is a solid phone, the S24 FE just felt a little bit more premium in hand. Next, taking a quick tour around both devices, and on the front, both phones feature a 120Hz Super AMOLED displays with minimal bezels and almost identical chin width. For button layout, both have the same power and volume buttons on the right side with nothing on the left side, and at the bottom you'll find identical ports including the USB-C ports, speakers, and microphone. Up top, both have the same ejector tray, but the S24 FE includes an extra microphone, giving it an edge when it comes to audio. Turning to the back, and both phones feature Samsung's classic triple camera setup, but of course the camera quality differences will become obvious when I get to the camera section of this video. Features and major differences, and let's start with features. And with the displays here, while both phones have 120Hz Super AMOLED screens, the S24 FE with its 6.7-inch display slightly edges out the A55 6.6-inch display. In my experience though, they are both bright and beautiful display, and you will barely even notice that tiny bit of difference. Next, let's talk battery, and the A55 has a larger 5000 mAh battery here compared to the S24 FE's 4700 mAh. However, something to consider here is that the S24 FE has an almost flagship level Exynos 2400E processor, meaning that it might still have excellent battery life despite being a smaller capacity. But from my experience, the A55 here is a battery champ. Like, this phone refuses to die. RAM is where I was kind of surprised here with this major key difference, which is that the A55 can come with up to 12 gigs of RAM depending on your configuration, while the S24 FE maxes out at just 8 gigs of RAM, meaning that depending on the workload, the A55 here might actually be better, which again is very surprising to me because this is at least a budget mid-range phone and it still manages to have more RAM, at least with this variant that I have with 256 gigs, than the S24 FE, which is like a flagship level like device, which is surprising. Both phones here still offer RAM Plus for virtual RAM expansion when you need it. Now, both phones have a 50 megapixel main camera, but the S24 FE has a big advantage with its 3x optical zoom telephoto camera, unlike the A55 here, which has just a digital zoom, which means you'll be getting far much better zoomed in photos with the S24 FE compared to the A55. So for camera hardware, I would say the S24 FE definitely has an edge over the A55 here. Now let's look at some major differences, starting again since we're already here with the camera. Now, while they both have a 50 megapixel main camera, and they also both have the ability to switch from 12 megapixel to 50 megapixel high resolution mode, in 50 megapixel mode, the S24 FE actually offers multiple zoom levels like 2x, 4x, and 5x, while the A55 has no zoom levels at all. What you get is only the main camera, which means that with the S24 FE, you're definitely getting more shooting options, especially because of that 3x optical telephoto camera on the S24 FE compared to the third camera here on the A55, which is a macro camera, which I think is very useless. And please give me the zoom, baby. Video is another area where there's a massive difference between these two phones. The S24 FE can shoot up to 8K recording at 30 frames per second and also at 4K at 60 frames per second, compared to the A55 that maxes out at 4K 30 frames per second. So both in frame rate and resolution, the S24 FE here is a no contest winner. Now, the selfie camera is a place where I expected the A55 to pull ahead because it has a 32 megapixel camera compared to the 10 megapixel camera on the S24 FE. But on taking a selfie on both phones, the S24 FE produced more natural colors and contrast, which I preferred over the technically higher megapixel selfie of the A55, but it looked a whole lot more washed out and just not as great. So for the cameras, yes, the S24 FE does seem to edge out the A55 here, though I would love to get my, hands-on, do my review, and then have my complete thoughts then. There are three things constant in this life: debt, taxes, and Galaxy AI. So let's talk about Galaxy AI on these two devices. And straight up, yeah, the S24 FE wins here. Why? Well, because it is offering Samsung's full AI suite of over 29 AI tools, including Chat Assist, Note Assist, Transcript Assist. And yes, you'll be right if you think the A55 does offer AI features, because it does. With the A55 supporting my favorite circle to search, and it even has some AI photo editing tools as well, but it just doesn't compare to the full Galaxy AI suite that is present on the Galaxy S24 FE. With one of the major standout features being that offline AI translation feature, which lets you translate face-to-face conversations even without the internet. Okay, so after spending a little over 2 hours with both phones, well, here's my first impressions. The S24 FE definitely feels more premium in the hand, and despite similar button layouts and displays, I think I like how it feels in the hand better. Camera quality is also where I think the S24 FE really pulls ahead, especially with its optical 3x camera here, which is my own personal favorite. And while there are some areas in which the A55 here pulls ahead, such as the bigger battery and the bigger RAM, which I cannot absolutely believe, the S24 FE just felt a little bit more premium than the Galaxy A55. I don't know how to explain it, and maybe I'm just way biased towards having that telephoto camera, which I really love. So in conclusion, which of these two phones should you go for? Well, if you're looking for the full Samsung experience at a more budget-friendly price, then the S24 FE is definitely the clear winner, because you get a premium build, you get all of the AI features, and you get superior cameras, especially for video recording and if you use the zoom cameras. But on the other hand, if you're on a tighter budget but still want a solid mid-range phone, then the Samsung Galaxy A55 right here is a great option, especially with its larger battery, bigger RAM, and most definitely competitive prices, especially if you're looking on the used market. Now, it's up to you. Which of these phones do you like better? Which of these phones are you gravitating towards? What are your thoughts of the A55 versus the S24 FE? Would you like me to do a full comparison video with these two phones? Please let me know all of those and more in the comment section down there below. And yes, I've really enjoyed bringing you this video. A huge shout out to Samsung for inviting me to this very, very brief hands-on time that I had. I cannot wait to have more time with the S24 FE and bring you my full thoughts. So please leave all the things you want me to cover in my full video with that phone, and I'll definitely be checking the comments down there. And since you're already there, please leave a like, please subscribe. It really helps me. It's a free way for you to support. And if you wanted to buy me a coffee, you wanted to subscribe here on YouTube as well with memberships, those things will really go a long way in helping me here create all of these wonderful videos that you love to watch, because these do take a lot of time, but I will have it no other way. Anyways, I've been your Captain of Awesome. This is Geekception. Text me when you get home so I know you got home safe, and until the next time, don't forget to stay awesome. Bye. And yeah, congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. And as you can tell, I got a haircut finally. I think I've not had a haircut in like 3-4 months before this. But yeah, for this video, I basically took two phones with me. So I took the A55 and the Xiaomi 14T Pro, and I was actually planning on making a comparison for those two devices, but then I ended up just not having enough time. I think I only had like 2 hours, and I had to make like 2 videos, or at least 2 videos. So I decided, in the last minute to just, do the A55 over the 14T Pro, because I felt there are more people, at least from my channel, that would want to see a comparison with the A55, which was why I made that video. But speaking of video, the phone I'm actually using right now to record this is actually the iPhone 16 Pro. So yeah, tell me what you feel of the video quality and also the audio quality as well. I'm so excited. Like, this is my first upgrade. I think my last iPhone was the iPhone 13, which I still have here. So upgrading to this 16 Pro has been really, really, really transformational, and I cannot wait to create all of the wonderful content about this device. So if you have any requests as well, let me know. And of course, you're finding out here first because you made it to the hashtag awesome end. So leave hashtag awesome end in your comment if you've made it this far, so I know that you made it here. But yes, until the next one, I shall catch you. Don't forget to take care of yourself. I really love you so much, especially you who made it all the way to the end of the video. Please tell me what is the new updates going on in your life. I would love to know, and I would love to just keep the conversation going. And until the next time, well, you know who it is. I shall catch you. Don't forget to stay awesome. Okay, bye.